Hi, I'm Martin, just sat here outdoors enjoying the sunshine and the fine weather that we have at the moment. Hearing all sorts of bird song around me, which is fantastic. Welcome to another Wildlife Weekly. This is an amazing time for change. Birds on the reserve changing their colours and generally sprucing up, ready for finding mates. The little egret, going back into the winter months, they've got white plumage, very compact look about them, but now we're moving into the spring period. We're starting to see the fine filaments, the plumes that these birds, these very elaborate feathers that grow, we're starting to see those appear on little egrets, and they're looking a lot smarter. Another great example of a change in plumage, changing their appearance, is the golden plover. Very familiar to lots of you. They spent the winter with us in vast flocks, thousands of them. If you catch them later in the spring, they are really one of the finest looking wading birds around. They have these lovely black markings which will molt through the throat and around the face. And we've got one or two on site which are beginning to look like this. The black-tailed godwits, they're starting to show a lot more red, and their legs start to change colour, much brighter individuals out there. The male black-tailed godwits are trying to look their best, ready for attracting a mate on the breeding grounds. One bit of footage I managed to capture this week was of a grey heron, and here it is sprucing itself up. This individual was sort of crouched down in the water, throwing the water over itself, cleaning itself up, and just enjoying a very calm sunny day, which we're starting to see more of lately. Back in 1998, I believe, and we caught it and ringed it as an adult bird, and it's still with us, so it just goes to show how long-lived these birds are. We've had at least 9 tidal inundations so far this year. The salt pasture and salt marsh there has been completely covered during these events, and this sort of habitat does act as a buffer zone, so it does protect local villages from inundation themselves. It's fair to say we do need to see more of this sort of habitat being restored in the future. We've had lots of Chetty's warblers singing around the reserve. It's usually a bird that is hidden away. I've got some video here of an individual which is feeding out in the open, which is nice to see, and it's being followed by a blue tit at one point, which is probably using the Chetty's warbler to its advantage to pick off insects it's disturbing. With patience, you may well see one from the hide, but you are far more likely to hear a Chetty's warbler. They've got a really loud, explosive song. You can't fail to miss it. A bit like this. This week has seen the return of yet another spring migrant. We have the avocets back on site, which appear to be wanting to claim territories. You can catch views of them around the hides as they're feeding, especially very active birds. They're sweeping their bills back and forth through the mud, trying to trap the microscopic food that's to be found in there. We've seen the last of the sort of winter wildfowl, the geese and the swans on site, just the last few. And we've had around 11 Buick swans remaining on site. And that includes a few cygnets. One or two of the cygnets might not be quite fit enough to undertake the migration at the moment, so that's probably the reason that they're still on site, just building up a little bit more strength, ready to migrate back across the North Sea. Okay, the week ahead appears to be pretty much of the same. Fairly settled days occasionally, a bit of sunshine around and showers with southwesterly airflow. So I'm predicting that we're going to see our first San Martins here on Saturday the 8th of March. You can hold me to it if you like. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to share it with your family and friends on Facebook or Twitter, or subscribe to the YouTube channel or visit our website for further details.